This is Chris Kemp with our Peak Fitness Tempo Spectrum that I discussed in our article. All right, the Tempo Spectrum is simply a variety of tempos that we develop to train people at various levels based upon their current abilities. Okay, because what we see with beginners, whether or not we're talking about a weighted exercise or body weight, is something like this. All right, I'll tell a beginner to do something like a push-up, and they'll do this. Okay, they're moving like a bat out of hell because they really have their base sense of reference. Right, the faster we move, the more injury potential we create, especially in the beginning. So our first level is just an isometric hold that we use to teach just the proper position and what right feels like. So we start a push-up position, have them tuck or screw their elbows into the floor, elbow pits pointed forward, hold in this position for 5 to 10 seconds, lower down halfway, hold in this position for 5 to 10 seconds, lower down to the bottom and hold. All right, generally we're going to start a client up on the wall or an elevated surface table. That's going to be hard on the floor. But the point is that at this point we're not even necessarily training strength, we're just training the right position. Okay, and so once they're able to do that with pretty good form, we may keep them at the same level and move at what we call a tempo pace or a continuous tempo. With this, I'm counting to 3 on the way down, 1, 2, 3, immediately reverse my position, 1, 2, 3. And what I'm not doing is stopping. Okay, so it's just continuous slow motion. Okay, just train slow twitch muscle fibers as well, just to build some endurance. Once the client can do this with good form for 15 reps, we're going to move on to our explosive up and our controlled low. Okay, so it looks something like this. I start in a push-up position, come to the bottom, explode up, and then lower with control. Explode up, and then lower with control. And when we're talking about training athletes, this is going to train the ability to move explosively, but then control the deceleration. Now from there, our next level would just be explosive or ballistic movement up and down. So there's no pause at the top or the bottom, and I'm trying to move as quickly as possible. And from there, our final level is going to be plyometric motion, where I'm literally pushing myself off the ground. Now again, this is not something for a beginner that we're going to do on the floor necessarily. This can be scaled up or down based upon their competence. For people that are more advanced, we can even put the feet on a chair. But I want my clients to be able to move through the first 4 levels, meaning isometric, continuous, explosive up, slow lower, and then ballistic, before we really start to progress, superset, or whatever we're doing to progress this body weight idea.